Hi folks, this is Ansār Idrīsi. I'm India's leading English growth hacker. Today I'm going to give you some great tips, hacks and tricks about public speaking in English. Most of the people they face problem speaking in public. लोगों को पब्लिक में जाना बोलना पसंद नहीं है या फिर लोगों को हेजिटेशन होता है कि पब्लिक में बोलेंगे कैसा। आज की वीडियो में आप लोगों को मैं बताने वाला हूं कि पब्लिक स्पीकिंग के लिए मेन चीज क्या होती है, द ग्रेटेस्ट मोटिवेशन आई एम गोइंग टू गिव about public speaking in this video. So watch the video till the end, and if you have any questions, any doubts, you can put it into the comment box. We'll be answering you sooner. Thank you. Next one is what most important things in public speaking. Now, I'll be sharing with you some of my other thoughts as well, that what is the most important things you should have in public speaking. Point number one is what body language. Many of the people you might have seen, oh my God, the way they talk, it is really hilarious. It is quite funny. Sometimes we don't understand what is going on. Really. So public speaking is what not just you're going on a stage and you're just sharing your thoughts like this only. हाँ मैंने बोला था ये किया था, yeah I'm going to do this and that. No, the way you're talking, it is like 25% you're going to interact to the people by your body language. How are you expressing? Now I'll tell you one more thing. Suppose if you're going and if you're meeting a friend, how do you meet him? How do you meet your friend? Hi, hello, how are you? Do you meet like this? Hi, hello, how are you? No, actually you have some kind of energy in your body, right? That is what first point of your body language. Suppose if you want to ask somebody, if you want to call somebody from long distance, how would you call that person? By your body language. You're not going to just gesture just like this. You're not going to call him like this. These are bad manners, very bad etiquette. You should know good manners and the right way to call the person and to be with the person where they are. This is called etiquette. That's what the part of our body language. How are you making yourself standing in front of the others? Point number one. आप लोगों के सामने खड़े कैसे हैं? कैसे बात कर रहे हैं? कैसे मिल रहे हैं उन लोगों से? बहुत सारी चीजें मैटर करती हैं वहां पर. Same thing. Body language is the first thing of in public speaking. If you are going on a stage and you're just standing like this, nobody will get entertained by you. You have to be very flexible, very flexible, that you're going to talk to people over there. At that time, the people should understand what are you talking and the way of your expressions. If you're not giving any sort of expressions, people aren't going to get motivated and inspired by you. The second thing is what our voice. Now if you see your voice is there, it contains 15% of your presentation. Why do I say 15%? Because see, if you have good mic, if you have good audibility, you can offer speech very well. And if you don't have good audibility, then no one is going to listen to you. I'll give you an example. Do you know radio? When radio has got invented, maybe 30, 40, 50 years ago, maybe 60 years ago, 70 years ago, I don't know exactly. But if you see, do we listen to the radio nowadays? Can you please put it in the chat box? See, if I ask you any question, you have to answer that into the chat box, all right? Now my question is there to you. Are the people listening the radio in the present time? Can you please put it in the chat box? And if they are listening to the radio, what do you think? How many percent people are listening to the radio? What is the percentage of the people who are listening to the radio according to you? Can you please put it into the chat box? What do you think that how many people are listening to the radio? 3 to 5% according to said. Anyone else? Now this is the time of 2020. I'd like to tell you one more thing. Abdul Wajid is saying that nobody is listening nowadays radio. But still, my dear friend, if you see 3 to 5%, if we see at least 2% people are listening to the radio. Why? Now, suppose if I play the radio in front of you, now, are you going to listen to the radio? First, you'll think, oh, it's boring. But after a certain period of time, you'll start realizing and you'll start listening to that radio as well. Do you know why? Because the voice is quite enchanting from the radio jockey. The way he talks, the way he expresses his thoughts, it is really enchanting, very captivating. It is really a magic. And people are keen to listen to that person. अरे क्या बोलने वाला है? अरे क्या करने वाला है? बोल कैसे रहा है? कैसे बात कर रहा है? This is called communication. This is called public speaking. How are you going to introduce yourself? How are you going to introduce your thoughts in front of the people? That's what your voice modulation we call it. इसको बोलते हैं आवाज की बात. You might have seen that RJ Naved. You might have seen that RJ Raunak. Those are the RJs. Radio jockeys are very famous in India. You know why? Because of their voice modulation. The way they are talking, it is quite enchanting. So voice modulation is one of the most important thing. If you don't have voice modulation with you, if you don't have command on your voice, you'll fail. I believe so. Why? Because I'll tell you my example. Now, if you see today, me, myself, if you see here, myself over here, I am speaking here and people judge me by my accent. And what is accent? That's what my sound. That's what my voice. And people are just making me unique by my accent. If you ask anyone that who is Ansār Idrīsi, people might be asking about my English. They'll be asking about my accent. So this is what the modulation of voice. Next one comes your eye contact. Eye contact is like 10%. Most of the people, they don't make eye contact while speaking. They just look here and there. And due to that, they get rejected in an interview as well. And they are lacking confidence here in public speaking. Why? Because they don't want to face the public. They don't want to face the crowd. And if you are not facing the crowd, may God help you. Remember this. Next one comes with your fluency. So eye contact, you have to maintain your eye contact while talking to public. And see, always remember, if you have the opposite gender in front of you, at that time, you're not going to just stare like this to the lady. If you're a man, don't stare at a lady like, oh my God. Maybe she'll feel very embarrassed and very uncomfortable. And if you're a lady, don't stare at a man. Kya bhari dikh raha hai? Don't do this one. Remember this. So it will embarrass the person and it will give a very bad impact on the others. Next one comes with your fluency. Fluency means what? The clarity of conversation and speaking is called fluency. The great clarity as you are going to speak it to people will change the mind of the people. Now I'll tell you one more thing. Today itself, I was talking to my team and I was discussing one of my deal of yesterday. One of my acquaintance has given the reference to a new candidate for English classes. He called me. First, he texted me. So I was quite busy. Then he called me. And at that time, we had 2-3 words only. Not much good conversation. And the person asked me for the demo. I sent him my link of YouTube demo. I sent him and he watched it, but he didn't reply me. I texted him, but he has seen the text, but he didn't reply me over there. Do you know why? Because there was no communication. There was no fluency. There was no communication between us. Communication ही नहीं था. मैंने उसको मैसेज सेंड किया, वो बंदे ने मैसेज देखा. Communication कहाँ हुआ? बात कहाँ हुई हमारे बीच में? क्या बात हुई? कुछ भी नहीं हुई. I'm talking about the verbal conversation. Non-verbal conversation की बात नहीं कर रहा हूँ मैं. Now, in the afternoon, the moment when I was talking to him, he directly got inspired, got influenced, got motivated, he got encouraged by me and took the admission in the class. Taking admission is not a big deal, but convincing him Encouraging him, talking to him was my key to get him in touch with me. That's what fluency. As you have the great fluency in your communication, people are going to come to you. If you have great communication and command on your communication, you'll get a job, you'll get success, you'll get money. Many of the people are there, they're making money by communication. Communication is very important. So public speaking, it is what, if you're talking to your neighbors, if you're talking to your relatives, friends, acquaintances, you are a good public speaker. Remember this. This is the greatest motivation you can have over here. So I hope that you have watched the video till the end and you've got cleared with the concepts. And if you have any questions regarding it, you can put it into the comment box, and we'll be making some great videos to motivate you to speak English in public sooner. So help me to help you.